Bill and Tony didn't specify exactly what kind of place they were looking for. They just said they wanted it to be south of Las Piñas. It didn't matter if it was residential, undeveloped land, commercial, or a villa, or anything else. Only that it be a secure investment. For 2 days, he drove them around in his car, but it seemed the gentlemen were not yet ready to put down money. They had arranged to meet for the 3rd day on the morning of February 12th, at the Starbucks coffee shop, a place not far from Lee's home. That day, 3 other brokers whom Lee had asked for help were also traveling with them. The Canadians arrived in a silver Toyota van. Bill was a tall man, 180 centimeters, with a noticeable belly and a full beard. The other one, Tony, had a neatly shaved face and wore a collared cap. From there, they drove to a complex called Ponderosa, a place 60 kilometers south of Manila, which used to be a flower garden. They showed them a piece of land there suitable for construction projects. Then went for lunch at 3:50 p.m. at a local restaurant with 2 landowners whom Lee had invited to join them for a few hours. After that, everyone drove towards another flower farm 10 kilometers from the previous one. They arrived there at 4:50 p.m., drove around for an hour, and then when it was time to leave, the brokers and landowners got into one car. Tony and Bill told Lee, "You come with us in this Toyota so we can talk." At some point within the next 10 hours, Catherine Lee was shot 4 times at close range in the head, and her body was wrapped in a blanket and thrown into the garbage. This almost exact scenario was constructed by Rizaldi Rivera from interviews with Catherine Lee as husband, and others who saw her that day, as well as an examination of her emails, phone, and laptop. He was also able to produce 2 composite sketches of the Canadians based on the descriptions of people who saw them in different places that day and the guards at the farms they visited. However, when it came to the main task of finding the killers, his work ran into a wall with the Immigration Department and other agencies. They found that Tony and Bill's names appeared to be fake. Physical evidence was also very scarce. The Toyota van that people had seen that day had no license plate, only a temporary one, and when they traced the temporary plate from the Toyota dealership, they got nowhere. Nothing matched, leading them to conclude that the car was probably rented and its plate fake. On the car itself, there were no fingerprints, no hair, nothing.